Is Cam Newton a QB1 for the rest of the season? My answer is hell yeah. Before we get into it though, my name is Troy King, aka T King Mode. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, all that. But let me get into why Cam Newton is going to be a QB1. So first, last week we saw that he rushed for a touchdown as well. He passed for a touchdown to Robbie Anderson. Thankfully, somebody realized that Robbie Anderson was on the team. You would think that Robbie Anderson and Sam Darnold did not play for the same team the way that their chemistry has just been lacking. But I digress. Cam Newton, we clearly know his upside, right? His upside is his rushing. But let's go back to his Patriot season because his Patriot season, it had some ups and downs. So when it started off, he actually was doing really well for fantasy purposes, right? Cam's never been a great passer for all of his career. When he was with the Patriots, there were downright some ugly games. He was throwing ducks, he was throwing things short. It seemed like he couldn't throw deep. So there was a lot that was, wrong. But a lot of that came from the second half of the season after COVID. I'm not saying COVID had anything to do with his performance, but that's something to think about as well. But we love Cam because of his rushing, not necessarily his passing. So let's focus on what he did. He was an excellent rusher for us, and he also scored a lot of rushing touchdowns, which we expect him to also do with this Carolina Panthers offense. Now let's talk about his weapons: DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, and CMC. We've already seen him be productive with Christian McCaffrey in the past, right? So there's nothing to really worry about that relationship. The only thing you should be worried about is maybe Cam Newton vulturing some touchdowns, but we've already seen that Christian McCaffrey is going to be just fine with or without Cam. DJ Moore and him already have a rapport from a couple years ago, right? So they have that chemistry already. And DJ Moore, he's been down the past couple weeks. So it's not like it's going to be a huge, upgrade or downgrade either way with Cam Newton. I'm expecting his numbers to look a little bit better, hopefully for some touchdown upside. I'm not expecting a high passing volume offense. I don't think Cam's that quarterback anymore, but I think he's going to be good enough to get DJ more involved, as well as Robbie Anderson. Like we've seen Robbie Anderson, he's been targeted a lot, but the problem is that for some reason him and Sam Darnold aren't connecting. So the fact they just scored a touchdown last week was a big deal. So I think that he's going to be good for the entire offense. And we could think about the whole morale, right? Him coming back to the Carolina Panthers. It seems like the team's rallying around them. So there's just good vibes around Cam. It's a lot of optimism with the organization and their defense. Their defense is probably the best defense of the league, if not top three. So their defense is going to put them in a lot of situations that are going to be favorable, right? So for me, Cam, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, and Christian McCaffrey are all solid plays for the rest of the season. I believe that Cam's going to be probably a low end QB1, high end QB2. I think that's realistic, right? And, the matchups might affect it, but we always know that when in doubt, even if he's not going to be a great passer, he's going to use his legs in order to get it done. And we love a rushing floor for our fantasy teams. That's it for me, y'all. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to have a lot more of these coming out. But yeah, stay tuned for the next one that I do. I don't know the player yet, but stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Y'all have a good one.